We'll take just 2 more questions, short. Go ahead, and then you.
Kate Muir from the Times of London. My question follows on from the German romantic thing. Can you talk a bit?
Already seen this one.
This is one of my experiments. These mirrors focus solar radiation here, where the radiation creates high temperatures to generate steam. Now I will show you one of these 4 mirrors, and you can see that this surface is conquered.
It's conquered!
The second surface is a mirror, and you understand that my goal was to find the cheapest mirror to produce the cheapest solar energy, which will win the competition with thermal and nuclear power plants. This my old video showed in detail how I made my concrete mirrors and how I glued reflective films onto their surfaces. Of course, I am not the inventor of concrete mirrors, and for example, these are concrete mirrors which were made for the German Space Agency. They tried to create a cheap alternative to solar power plants of this type, where a similar mirror focuses solar radiation into such a receiver, where the solar energy is converted into thermal energy with a temperature of almost 400 degrees Celsius, which are converted into steam to produce electricity. In addition, some of the thermal energy comes into similar heat storages to generate electricity at night, and it is their advantage over solar panels, which only provide electricity when the sun is shining. This is a technical solution from another blogger who made a concrete mirror not in the shape of a parabolic trough, but in the shape of a parabolic dish. You may still think that concrete mirrors are nonsense, but I will counter with the argument that ancient Roman concrete products have been around 2000 years, while these beautiful mirrors use expensive materials to increase their lifespan to 20 or 30 years. Also, notice these complex structures that are needed to maintain the desired shape of those beautiful mirrors, while concrete is a very inflexible material, and you see that it does not require any additional structures. Also, look at my expenses for making the concrete mirrors, and you see that it is $1.50 per square meter of concrete mirrors, which is almost 100 times cheaper than these beautiful mirrors. It is interesting that the heavy weight of our concrete mirrors turns into an advantage, because our heavy mirrors cannot be moved by a hurricane, and therefore we get rid of the costs of such concrete masses which are needed to withstand the winds. My YouTube channel systematically describes my experiments with 10 types of cheap mirrors for producing very cheap thermal energy and electricity. My 4 previous videos describe cheap mirrors based on glass rectangles, mirror steel, reflective film on expanded polystyrene, and mirror balloons. This video was about the 5th type, which is a reflective film on a concrete sheet, but let's look at this cheap berm made from the surrounding soil, and it is another important innovation. We usually think that the main parts of such solar heaters are this mirror and this receiver, but here we see that they form only about 40% of the cost of a solar heater. At the same time, this half of its cost is formed by various structures and devices between the mirrors and the ground, but we get rid of this half of the cost if we replace them with our cheap earthen berm. Now I remind...
Alright, now you know. Make your own... What is it trying to make? Solar panels? Hey, creator team for 5 years, man. Sonic, welcome back as well. Digby, Divi, they were 17 months, and Seraph.